Right now, we've been having some technical issues this morning getting everything set up. I'm not sure what is going on, but there have been some issues, so I'm afraid we're not going to have camera in camera today, which is just the way it's going to have to pan out because I cannot get it to work. It was working when I set everything up this morning, and then I can get YouTube to work, and once I get YouTube to work, then the camera goes down. So just one of those things. But here we are. We're back in our Minecraft world, and as you can see, I literally have not moved since the last time we played, and as you can see, we do have our levels, and the piece of dirt is still in our inventory, which makes me think that we should be okay from now on to keep all our stuff, but who knows what else will we take with you. Our gravel, some wood, we'll keep our boat on us, some food, our shears, and torches. We do not. We'll have some torches, so we'll take sticks. So let's get our armor put on. Our inventory set up how I like it, which is pick, sword, axe, we should put our food. I suppose we need to beat those potatoes. Do we have any food that is cooked? We have the baked potatoes. Switch these out. And I really have not made any plans for what we're planning to do for today. I would like to, we explored kind of over here last time, and it was the ocean, and it was horrendous. So I don't know what we really couldn't do over there because I'm not venturing back to the ocean again. So I'm thinking instead of heading left and up, we go right and down, we go like the opposite direction. And I think that was the direction where our nice lake was, we saw when we spawned, where we eventually want to build our house once we get the resources and kind of the village up and running. So if this is a river, I think we just follow this for a while, see what's down here, and maybe do a wee bit more exploring in our mines. I really wanted the villagers to have a librarian to start looking at enchantments or stuff. I don't think that is going to happen any day soon. If we could find another village and trap with it, we didn't even check to see if our one villager is still there. I was starting to think that maybe did our villagers, there were so many ravines that our villagers fall down one of them and die, but there's none of them that are like a really steep, like 5-block just drop. They're all like slopes, so I don't think that was the case. It doesn't appear to be that anything has got them. We did have an iron golem. Whoa, look at him here. And yeah, we did have an iron golem, and also if they were like turning into zombie villagers, they would still be there, just zombie villagers. So I don't think that was the case. Apparently, I googled it slightly. I was like, why would my villagers disappear? And I only read the top thing that came up in Reddit where someone said that they asked the question that they had a similar experience to me. And someone said they either were died or they go away if you don't like interact with them, but we had only played the game for an hour. I doubt that happens after an hour. And that there was no bug that would just make them go away, but I'm not so sure that it wasn't a bug. But our one villager is still there, we might be able to breed him. I thought there was maybe a way of like, if we have village and enough houses and enough workspaces and beds, that they might spawn in, but that does not seem to be the case from what I, as I said, very quickly glanced at. So I think our only real hope is to find another village and to bring somebody home to then breed with our existing villager and just start breeding them, which I don't think should be too hard because we have plenty of houses, plenty of beds, plenty of farms for food sources. I did not take note of my coordinates for home. So getting back maybe slightly trickier than expected, but super pretty around here. Like anywhere around here would actually be really nice to build a house, and since we seem to be on the coast, I'm going to place a boat. Let's just see where we end up. River now. If this continues, we might as well boat it rather than trying to fight through the trees, but it's okay. Yeah, great. I feel like we've made absolutely no progress in this world. We haven't even built our own house, we're just living in a village. Well, I feel like the first episode was a major setback. I think we actually probably started episode 2 in a worse place than we started episode 1, so therefore we had a really bad start and we really played for an hour. So we're maybe not doing too badly. And Mr. Chicken, you can have this. We don't really want to. Ooh. Do I see another village on the horizon, perhaps? And could it be near the ocean, in which it would be really handy to get Mr. Villager home? Still won't be handy because... Whoa! That's something for another day. So it's getting dark, so just perfect. We can sleep in this village. Check it out. This village does have villagers. I wonder, do we take the... Let's sleep first. Do we take the... What's the word I'm looking for? Like the work. Like, do we take this brewing stand? Or do we keep this as a functioning village as well? I think for now I'm going to leave it because we're not really overly set up in our village. And if it gets to the point where we have to kind of take the small amount of stuff that we have and transfer it over to here, which I really don't want to do. They have a nice fountain and everything, which sounds like a really shitty move. But like, look at all these villagers. There's plenty of rooms. Like, look at this house. This would be a cool house for us. I think we're going to actually have to move here, and what we can try to do is, if we have to, I didn't expect that to be a shooter draw. If we have to, I'm not going to fill a map from saddle. It's really good. I'm not going to actually take any other stuff because if we're coming back here, there's no point in taking their stuff to take it home to bring it back here. So I think we're going to have to move here, because to bring one of these villagers, the hassle back to our village, breed them up. The only problem is we will have to build more livestock pens, but by the looks of this, that ain't going to be an issue. You don't seem to have a profession, dear sir. We can bring some of the workplaces back here. So, for example, we could bring some of... So there doesn't seem to be a lot of farms. You can see a farmer, there's a farmer kicking about, but we could bring a couple of like the composters over and set up for trading, just out of interest. Potatoes. Very nice. Not that we really need to trade for farmers for food, but it is just nice as a source of emeralds. I think we're going to have to do something about this. It's not a very well spawned village, I'll say that. There's a lot of sheer drops in the pass. Don't really make a lot of sense, but that gives us more of a project to work with, I guess. There's nothing wrong with the location. Plenty of sources of wood, close to the forest, water about. See, and there's already the first little mini project for clearing up the town done. We'll have to get ourselves a shovel and make some new paths. That's fine. Excuse me, sir. What is your profession? Oh, a fisherman. That was something that we did want to get into, but we just didn't have enough string. So we don't have enough string for ourselves. I don't think we're going to connect with these little flowers here. I just plant them. There we go. And with access to water, with access to wood. I would bring some of my dark oak trees from my original forest and put them here, and then we're not missing out on any of that. As I said, we need to get our livestock and farming up and going. A little bit more of an explore around here because, as I say, it has really spawned in really awkward levels. I'm going to go up to the top of this hill. Make it. I'm trying to go look over the village. There's the one thing that I think because there doesn't seem to be a lot of farms. But that's like one of the easiest things to fix. You just have to till some ground and place a couple of composters and it'll be good. Oh, there's plenty of farms up here. Okay, that was what I was maybe thinking. Mr. Farmer. You trade in carrots, that's nice. But there is still a lot of people that seem not to have said. You're a blacksmith? No, you're another worker. There's some sweet to it. I'm going to find no blacksmith. Oh, you can find jobs. There's some unemployed people. This is a very big town. Does a farmer do trap? Do you trap, buddy? You trade in meat. Although by the time we get back here, all the trades will have changed. Nice. Do you have a truck? Yes, there's your cartographer somewhere. We're gonna have to get these hills sorted. Okay, so let's take a note of the coordinates here being 93 and minus 300. 90 and minus 300, we'll say, for this like a nice average. I believe we did come in from this direction. So that is the direction that we will head back. And I know we didn't go this way, we went right, but I just want to see what this hill is like. It's very intriguing. I think we're doing really fast. We're not going the right way, but we need to hit right. But I see these are like big dark oaks over here, so we really need to bring them from home. Okay. I think we just have to go home, get what we need, bring it back here, set up some animal pens. We would agree that that is probably the best course of action. I feel like it is. And I feel really sad to leave our little village, but I suppose we could maybe do something with it in the future. And our village is close to the nether portal, don't forget, so that's something to take into consideration. We could do something around the nether with it in the future. But I think for the time being, especially because I really did want to, I was so excited to focus on villagers, which is something that I've never really had cause to do before, and I was really getting into like the mindset of living in the village, getting the villagers traded up, building it up, having buildings that kind of got in my head. I don't really want to now have to try and work within a dead village and spend the majority of the time just trying to bring it back to where we started. So we're on the move. A little bitty cow. This looks familiar to me, so I'm hoping we're heading in the right direction. Maybe eventually see something that looks familiar and see how it goes. Really close. But I really should have took note of the coordinates before the Aha! See? I knew what I was doing. Wait. Oh, I forgot we had like a stone tower thing. I was going to say, is this a different village again? It's not. Okay, so let's start by I think it would. There's my throat going for no apparent reason. It would make sense to bring our blast furnace. There's probably one there. Look at this done. We can like sacrifice. Then we might have to make 2 runs anyway. Let's just see. Fish. There's no point bringing that. I think we don't need to. We have loads of torches. A rotten flesh and spider eye and coal. Arrows we'll bring. Leaves we don't need. We'll bring potatoes and wheat. I don't really need to bring seeds because, as I said, there was plenty of farms. Cauldron and greenstone. We definitely need our pick, and we'll bring our wool and our fence, but we'll take our fence. I think we run this over, and then it's getting night time, and then come back, and we do actually take down. I'm pretty sure it's night time, and then we come down and we'll take down our actual pens so that we don't have to get more fencing and possibly take all the wheat, like hay bales, from here as well, so that we have like loads of wheat and we can trade up for our wheat farmer, and we need to bring some of our sugarcane. Nice. May not be our villages. I know I'm using the stone sword, but I made the stone sword and I got mine, so I feel like we should use the stone equipment up before we go straight. I need to tell that there's some good for future builds. I like working on quite a lot. Even just like the grey, not dyed raw grey. I think it's a really nice compliment to stone. Thankfully, like, bringing it that far out, it's Whereas like you can do it in a day's Minecraft travel or less. And there's plenty in this gap between, as you can see. Many ravines and mountains. So I was kind of upset about losing our mines when we moved. But it's even really clear. Again, my sense of direction isn't too bad, but my ability to remember paths and where I've been and where I haven't been is quite bad. So I know we're going in the general right direction. I have no hope of remembering what way we actually went last time. Going through and I'm not really sure what to do with the mushrooms. There's cool mushrooms around here. And I'm not really with mushrooms either cooking or building, but do we need to have, I'm guessing, silk touch before we can start working with the mushrooms? I need to stop here for a snack. This has been quite an uneventful run, which is probably boring for you, but I'm glad of it. What did we say? 90? Which guess we've gone too far. But it's more. I can see some houses. I did not think to bring a chest. So that was kind of stupid on my part. Because now we're moving and doing the house with all this stuff. I don't know where to put it. Is this the nice house that we like? It has a good location. No, we like the big L shape one. What is that? Down here. Weird location. Just get as much as possible. And so you can kind of build these little pillars up to however you like. Just double checking that there's not another one of those like same houses somewhere else in town. I don't think so. Let's check there's nothing there. No, just regular. And there's no like weird things. Sometimes spawn really far out. I like this a lot. What do you know about? Because you can't have entry to your wee house. Well, I think I have enough dirt to fix that. You can access your little workstation. So yeah, got better. And let's connect this up so that we can get some grass growing. Okay. We have loads of these little workers. We might repurpose some of those guys. If they're called into one and put glass furnaces or something. Right, okay, so it looks like this is going to be home. We're going to have to temporarily drop table, place a crafting table and make a chest and start filling up. Chest. Have enough wood for a chest. Or am I blind? We're short one wood. Great, and we get to bring our logs. Let's go sort that issue. This little house. I could have had our pick, but nevertheless, we're good. We're grateful for our little house, isn't it? A bad place. And I thought I was climbing up here to this tree, and no trees to be found. Like, look at how this is raised. Quite an extreme. Maybe a nice waterfall or something there. My ideas are running away with me. Just needing one piece of oak. Okay, there we go. Right. It would have been a smart move to bring this in the first place. We'll keep this cool on us. And we certainly did not need to bring an extra cauldron. Let's bring one of these leather workers and take away his cauldron and replace it with a blast furnace, because that'll make him into an armor, right? Now I can't find any of these places when I need it. Oh yeah, this little guy, and you owe us because we helped you out. It might be another furnace. You're probably sleeping, so it doesn't matter. What would bed will do if I were you? And I walk straight past the house. Oh, apparently we have a roommate. Or two. Excuse me, thanks. No, buddy. I'm sorry. Guess we need to make another run through the rest first. I'm actually starting now to look forward to doing this village up because it is so bad. The other one, like, it was a nice village and could have added big features, but there was no real. Do the string, Mr. Spider. Yes! Okay, that's good. I didn't realize our new time is this close to the ocean. Let's coast it home, which may be a slightly longer route, but it will give us a wee bit more of an idea of the local surroundings. I'm not sure if that's a shipwreck over there or just an unfortunate one. And there's plenty of sugar cane like this one. Bar handle and stuff that we've already covered anyway. And we'll bring our fences so that we can make some new fence. And then I think we get to work collecting the dirt to try and smooth out these hills a little bit. I think I don't remember actually here. Hello, cookies. Probably shouldn't have done that now, but I have no idea where I'm going. And I'm so close to the surface, it's hard to ignore it. Help? I don't have to find my video here. Let's see when I started what my coordinates were. So they're about minus 300 and then 170. Okay, so we need to go this way a lot. This is a good point about always playing coordinates on when you're recording, because you can just look back. So I think pretty close. I think it's just through like these trees and then a lake, and then that's us. I remember. I don't know. I was mistaken. It was a shop. Is this us over here? Well, I would assume so. I don't think there are two villages so close. Maybe taking the boat wasn't the best idea. Probably find it now. I think I will be sad to leave this one village. I wonder. I'm actually going to leave his composter for him. I'll run them for me. I'll make if not all, a good chunk of the heels. I don't care. Or trading, you have to get like the weights on and a lot. There was 9 on the far side. Top and the got this one ability. We'll maybe come back someday and rescue you. We can never work out a really quick route that's mostly by water in which we can take a boat. So I'm thinking about Canada villagers, or we can get them up there to make a truck. Thank you for all the wool that you supplied me with, guys. You're now free. We'll also maybe once we now have enough string for our fishing rod, we'll get a fishing rod, we'll get some fish, and maybe come back here and try to tame one of the cats from here and bring that over there in the village. I thought the joystick was stuck, but it was just one of the, what's the word I'm looking for, the lead of my headset. Somehow wrapped around. So just break this and take everything we can. Not worth any more than anything else. Cocoa bean. But was it worth filtering through this? Unless you want to drop something so we can take our sugar cane. We can drop it in top, but we can over it. So that is for all of this. So, we have to get all the fun from the right button, take that one. So much effort telling you guys I'm gonna break you up multi-generations and then I never even want to kill you for leather, but I feel a wee bit not bad if I was to kill you for leather now, so you can see what this is. These over here, just moving and nonsense. And then when we come back here in a couple of days' time to do something, all the villagers will be back. A whole load of fences that weren't used. Let's axe all these up. Very long for under the ground. How bizarre. It's a really weird chip pen, like it's not even a the one more chip. We're going through the dirt all day this right too because it doesn't make sense. was out here and we did we just this is probably incredibly good. But these things have to be done. This is very gloomy buildings all from rooms, but there's no building and fixing and doing without resources. Is that a skeleton riding a sheep? No, it's a skeleton riding a spider. And it's time to spend one last night in the village. Big, big move. You see that iron golem just yeet a spider into the sky? I think that was maybe one of our problems. I didn't realise that that iron golem was trapped so thoroughly in that pen. I thought that like the gate was open, like he was just like choosing to chill there. But I don't think he can get out of the pen even with no gates. So maybe he was not able to get out. Is that a beehive? No, because then that turns out it would be worth getting for the future. Here's the packages. Because the other one has complete water access and our village has flat ground, so we could shimmy him over in a boat so we don't have to deal with any undulations in a grade. We can take this all the way around your village. I'm going to have to really roundabout way of doing it. I then think we have to look at mechanics and Minecraft books, although I would say they have got better. Where do we think we need to go? More likely to be a dead end and not the ocean, but coordinates are in the other direction. No, we're going completely the wrong way. I need to go back towards the ocean, more back into like the similar. And never know, maybe this is a dead end. This is our only hope. Let's pursue this way and see where it gets us. Quite awkward these. I swear that I'm not driving this such an awkward way. It just genuinely is super awkward to try to navigate. Even crashing from yeah, guys, the sound is still okay, so this is just going to make us background. Okay. No. I think we need to go the opposite way around. If we were trying to do this, we would need to go from a new town and try to get to our old town. And now we're completely deer knows where. Let's see if I can get the coordinates back up. I really should just write them on a piece of paper. So we're heading to 90 for the first number. So we're quite a bit out. I think this is the general direction. What do you see? We're going to come across our old village before we come across our new village. It wasn't a computer issue. I had pulled the audio jack out of the socket, so that will help. And we're called the Bumbling Gamer for a reason. See, if we'd have maintained our starter map, we could have very clearly have seen if there was a nice obvious waterway to bring our farmer to our new hope, but the game wanted to give us as hard a start as possible, I guess. Pumpkins look so cute. Here we are. Okay, well, that's our last run for today anyway, I think. Oh, Mr. Cleric. This is the first thing that has to be sorted, is this big mountain in the middle. And I'm not sure, let's see exactly what we have up here. We have a leatherworker who, let's be honest, we never thought of looking in all the leatherworker chests. The cartographer. Oh, come back for that once we get our pockets empty. And an empty house. Would it be worth destroying those, flattening this and rebuilding it, or is it worth trying to get some sort of steps or system up? I feel like flattening it is the harder option, but probably the better option. But who knows? Let's get our, this is what we're going to do next. Let's get our hay, potatoes, and start trading. And then we kind of need to get our fences for our livestock in. I'm thinking so much that I can't actually get my words out. Don't you come up here in my town causing trouble, mister? What are we gonna do? Oh, our farmers, they're all up here. Or they should be up here. Nope, they're over here. We didn't bring our hoe with us, but can you not get out? where have all the farmers gone? This little buddy's still here?
Huh?
And you're the carrot guy. We don't have any carrots at the minute. Maybe if we like take one of the potatoes, they'll be like, oh, let's go replant our potatoes. And they'll start running up here. Oh, you're not even a farmer. Yeah. I'm disappointed too. Probably should not be wasting my sword to dig dirt. Shovel is high on the priority list as well, because we're going to have to be doing a lot of dirt digging. Is he a farmer? Come on, can we reach it? And if we're going to live here, we're probably going to need a feather falling pretty soon.
Huh?
Potatoes. You're now the potato guy, okay? Were you the one that was around here, or is there another one around here? So we scout about for our villager. It's getting very quickly nighttime. Well, everyone's going to bed anyway, so I don't think we have much chance of finding him. You're stuck.
Huh?
Or you were stuck. No, you're the carrot guy. Unless there's two carrot guys now. I got to bed before the villager got in. I thought there was a wheat guy. Like you're all heading to work. No, that's not what I wanted to do, obviously.
Huh?
You're the potato guy. There's not more than two of you. Yeah, I'm trying to help you. Giving you little steps up to work. Yeah. There you go. So your potatoes, you're the one that's locked in. You're the carrot guy, but we haven't got carrots at the minute. We might wait for you to change. I was so sure that there was 3 farmers. To be fair, I do only see 2 farms. Okay. Guess we need to find another farmer. That's cool. That's fine. Okay, let's see, there's a start. Okay, so there's loads of room here. I was worried about stuff being close to the edge, so I think we start our stairs from this lamppost. And we will eventually put stairs in here, and then we won't have to actually jump up and down. I think that's a better way than trying to completely... We can make a nice feature of it, we can put stuff down the sides. I think that's a nicer way of trying to
rejuvenate the village rather than me just walking in, destroying everything, and then rebuilding it the way I like it. I think it's better to build around what's already here. I probably should have made my shovel before doing this, but I don't know. I kind of just was seized by the desire to get this stud out. About 10 minutes of the stream left, so that's all gonna need piled up. Going very quiet is because I'm like really entranced by this. Some of the things that I find most enjoyable in Minecraft is literally just digging dirt. That's not what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do this. I think that's us. Is it? No, not a wee bit to go down yet. Let me go down one more, so we'll just stay this in a wee bit. There, and that's easy to access down to this side. We'll do this side quickly, and then we'll call it a day for the street. But I had a couple of bits of stone here to tidy up. There, and we'll get actual steps put in here, and we'll do like a wee bit of tidying up just slowly as we go along and decide what kind of design feel we want to go for. Let's make our shovel before we go any further. What don't we have? We definitely have loads of sticks, so we must just put them in here. We did. Shovel. I think that is our main goal at the minute, is just to get like access from the house up and down, and then after that we can worry about the other stuff a little later. But getting this done is important, and getting the farm pens set up is going to be important as well. This might be a wee bit trickier because I don't think we have the same amount of, that's why I'm kind of building it like awkwardly close to the house, because we have a lot of room to that fountain. So this is kind of at the minute the best that we can do, just because of height reasons, and I hate when spooky noises like that happen. Right, our animal pens behind our house would be quite a good place for one of them. We can do one here. We have time to do that before the stream. We've got a wee bit of wool, and we know projects that are waiting for wool at the minute. So I think we will do a cow pen, because we do want to get leather to start getting books so that we can get a lectern, so that we can get a librarian up in here and start getting some enchant. We've actually room for 2 pens here. I believe the cow's closer to the house. Yes, this is too big of a size. Let's calm down, shall we? I just love placing things like that in a big straight line. Is really satisfying, so I can go carried away with myself. We're not industrial yet. We're just looking to keep a couple of cows. We can always expand if we need to. And got carried away by a lot of fences that we have. Right, we'll do one more and then we'll keep it at that. We'll square that off, see what that looks like. I have to do a bit of digging to be able to square this. The gate in the middle there, and you need to go. Okay. Open you up. We have wheat on hand to lure in some cows. Love the amount of cats we have here. We really do have to get fishing. That's like priority number 1 for tomorrow. I saw some. There's one cow here for sure. Right, let me give you enough room to move. Miss your cow. The water looks really deep here, so. Can you actually just like jump up and fall in, please? Okay. Great. Ah. No. We just have to find you a buddy, and I don't remember seeing many more walking around the town, so we will look out over the plains. That's horses over there. I'll also cry for a second. Oh, I didn't see this when we first explored. Okay, so that will be our new mine. Hi, doggy. I don't have any bones for you, unfortunately. But it's good to know that there's wolves nearby. I will try to get OBS fixed for tomorrow for the live stream so that we can get camera footage again. Today just there was a lot of things went wrong. The computer had been unplugged overnight and was dead. I couldn't get if you see the thumbnail says episode 2 because it would not let me change the thumbnail. YouTube wouldn't boot up, and then when I started OBS, the camera was working, but by the time I got YouTube sorted, it wasn't. It was a whole thing. Yeah, I might have to lose a cow. I'm determined to get the cow now. I know we've hit R for our stream, but I would like to get this cow before we go to sleep so that we can start with that pretty promptly in the morning. We get sorted. We're not going to be like turning on the stream in the morning and just being hunting for cows. What are your guys' thoughts on paths? The path texture in Minecraft, I sometimes like think that it's nice and sometimes think like this texture here that I absolutely hate it. So I don't know if these new paths that we're putting in, should we put stone in? Like a smooth stone eventually, or do we think just like path is fine? Whoa, there's a couple of threats over here. And how did you guys get in there? I'm a pig? Oh, I'm gonna have to dig some of this away, aren't I? And I may have to let my cow out to let those stupid villagers out. Just round that off a little bit. Let's use the wheat to keep the cow inside and see if the villagers go out. Do you mind? Now we have a sheep. Come on. Is that villager just not gonna come out? What are these two back in here, I guess? Well, one at a time. You can organize yourself better than that. The joys of Minecraft. And apparently this villager wants to be a farmer. No! So he's staying for the time being. But we still need to find another cow. Aha! I see you. I see you, Mr. Cow, and I'm coming. Hi. You want some wheat? Oh, I have such a lovely pen for you. And you can come and make friends and have food and be so happy. And you will eventually get killed for leather, but until you're killed, you're going to have such a good life. And it won't be for a while because I need to breed you first. Cautious of you falling down any of these ravines because I'm not exactly sure where all the holes are. Yeah, you can do it. Come on. See, your buddy sees you coming. Don't hurt yourself. Don't hurt yourself. Yes, yes. Okay. There was no goal to get the sheep in there, but quick. It could be worse. It could be worse. We've got our 2 cows in our pen. We've 1 sheep, which, I don't know, we might be able to move over to our other one. Or we can keep it as a pet or something. But that is us for today. Look at us in our spiffy iron armor. It needs change to the front. Oh, look. See? I hate like playing in this third person. But we are all set. We have a new village. We have a new house. And I think that was actually quite a productive stream today, if I do say so myself. So that is us for today. As I said, tomorrow, clicking, the live stream will be 11 AM in the morning, and hopefully we will have the picture-in-picture for the webcam back up. But that's us for today. Thank you so much for joining us, and I will see you guys tomorrow, I guess. Goodbye.